that took me 4 hours. Welcome back if you're new here. I'm so happy to have you. My name is Hayden and I'm going to be taking you guys through a productive day in my life. As you can tell by my eyes being so squinty, I am very tired right now. So I got to make a coffee to get started and then we'll get into all the things. I have a lot of chores today. Why I like to call these my wellness diaries is because it's not only the physical things that I do to take care of my body, like eating right and working out, more of things that just really bring joy into my life. My in general wellness as a whole, my spirit, my soul, things that fuel me and fill me up and make me happy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
That was probably one of the best gifts I got in one of those like packs.
Everybody, this is Bay. Bay, say hi.
I have food in my mouth, sorry.
He's eating
Beef, cauliflower rice and rice combo, and asparagus and cottage cheese.
Which, to each their own. I'm eating overnight oats. Alright. Objective number 1, let's strip the sheets off, put new bedding on. I really don't like this chore at all. Also, here's the reason why I have to change the bedding every week. Because this sweet boy, he loves laying on the bed. The price you pay to have clean sheets all the time is a very high price. Because I gotta take this to the laundromat, which is super annoying. But the feeling of clean sheets is quite amazing, so I guess it's worth it. I'm not gonna lie, after that, I feel like I need to take a break. That really took it out of me, but that's not an option, so let's keep going. Get them right back up there. Oh, look at those ears. All right, everybody, welcome to my tiny kitchen. Ready? Sink, fridge, stove, dishwasher. I'm gonna start by discarding and feeding my sourdough starter. It's active right now, I will say, but it's in the stage where it's, look at that, holy crap. Oh, that's real deal. Maybe I'll bake with it right now. Never mind, I don't have enough flour, so I'm just gonna discard and feed her, and then I'll bake with her tomorrow or later. I never measure when I feed her, and I just go off of consistency. I'm just going to use the rest of this flour in some nice warm sink water. That might have been too much. Oh, that was good. Sourdough making is fun, but I must admit, it is very much unemployed or hobbyist activities. It is a lot of work to make one loaf of bread. It gets my apartment hot as hell. I had to buy a Dutch oven, which it wasn't that much, but you have to buy a lot of flour because she's got to eat. All the things. It takes a lot of work. It takes 2 days to make one loaf. But I will say, when you make it good, it's pretty good, and it's a really, really fun thing to give to your family or bring to an event. I brought my brother bread to his like housewarming thing, and it was the best feeling in the world that I brought a homemade baked loaf of bread to somebody. I'll cover her up and use my trusty Expo marker. It's there. If it doubles in size, it will literally be full. So hopefully she grows to there. First thing I'm gonna make is some shredded chipotle beef. I'm not gonna say barbacoa because it's not, but kind of is. You know, that kind of vibe for some chipotle bowl. My official plan is to brown it and then add some liquid, simmer it, shred it, boom, it's done. I'm gonna simmer that on low for a minute, and we're going to make a ton of rice, but not just rice. I make a white rice, cauliflower rice mixture that is really good macros for Tyler, so he can eat a lot of it and feel full, but not as many calories as if you were just eating rice. And in my opinion, you can't really tell. I know people, I would probably be like, oh, what's in this rice? But like the flavor wise, it just tastes exactly the same. Cauliflower doesn't taste like anything, so it's worth it to me. So I did 2 cups of rice. First I'm gonna rinse it, then I'll just prepare it as regular white rice. 1.5 to 2 times the amount of water and salt on the stove for 12 minutes with the lid on and on low. All right, next I'm gonna make salsa, but not how I normally make it. I'm kind of ashamed how I'm about to make it. I'm feeling lazy, so I'm just gonna blend everything together, and I'm not going to roast my tomatoes. I would normally like broil them and get some char on the skins, but I don't feel like doing that at all. That just like, gets my house really hot and it takes a lot of extra effort, so I'm just gonna make a more fresh, refreshing style. You will need a food processor or a blender. So again, normally at this like stage, my tomatoes would be roasted, but I don't feel like it, so yeah. Quick blend so I can fit more. Perfect. I normally use Roma tomatoes too. I don't know what the sitch is with me having these, but it's okay. Alright. Blend it again. Let's get some onion in there. Again, I would normally char my onion, but I don't feel like it. And I normally have jalapenos or some type of pepper. I don't really think that's that big of a deal though. I'm just gonna add my dried chilies. That might not be enough. Maybe a little. Oh yeah, and garlic. I'm forgetting everything. Holy crap. Of garlic. Because you don't need too much garlic in your Mexican food. Bruh, my eyes! With these bad boys, you gotta go one at a time. You might make something really, really hot and there's no going back. So I'm gonna empty out the seeds. Break it up too because shit, these are hot. And Making salsa, it's a requirement to make a mess everywhere. These are huge. I'm not gonna add this whole thing. I'm gonna add part of one of these. One of these and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, that's how I cook. Also, oh my gosh, I have nothing that I normally have. I use chicken bouillon to make the salsa, but I don't have any chicken bouillon right now. Last but not least, we will add the cilantro and the lime. This looks nothing like how I normally make it, but let's taste it. It still tastes really good though. Oh, it's hot. You gotta make it work though. Damn. I think I gotta pepper it something. But that would taste good on top of everything. Half of this here. This is the. Typically Mexican style beans or refried beans are cooked with lard or some type of fat. That's kind of what makes them taste good and get the smooth texture. We can't be doing that every day though. That's a little bit of a calorie bomb. So I'm just gonna use regular beans. I don't feel like it affects the quality that much. I don't know, I'm one of those health people that are like, it just tastes exactly the same. And it's like a sweet potato brownie that tastes nothing like a brownie. We're gonna make some burger bowls and start with cooking some ground beef. I have some frozen ground beef I'm gonna use up from last week. I had extra and some, what is this? 93.7% ground beef. Also from all the organic. Okay. Tyler did the shopping this week and I'm noticing he bought a lot of organic things. Okay, organic. Okay. I also do have thinly sliced chicken breasts prepped and marinating in the freezer actually for me to pull those out for dinner. So don't think I'd just be eating beef all the time because I really don't. It just happened to be that way. Okay. Imagine a burger sauce drink. I wouldn't put it past you guys though. Be drinking Bloody Marys and shit. Why don't you just drink a burger sauce drink? Is This is not a good method, but this pan is too heavy for me. Because I didn't add like butter or anything, but that's cool with me. I'm gonna use this pan one more time to make another meal for Tyler. I don't like this meal because I don't like ground turkey, but I'm gonna make some buffalo ground turkey and put it on top of fries and make some ranch and call it loaded fries. Almost done. I'm almost done. I have 3 of the Chipotle bowls and 2 burger bowls, and I'm gonna eat this one now. He has 3 Chipotle bowls, 3 burger bowls, and 2 loaded fries. Okay, other things. I didn't add the elements that you want cold on top of everything, which would be lettuce and the salsa and the burger sauce and the guac. For all the fries that I just use these restaurant style fries, and I do them in the air fryer, and I don't put any oil, and just like salt and pepper, regular seasoning. I'm gonna put all this shit in the fridge and eat and then clean it up. God, give me strength and energy to do this. I'm very fortunate to be able to. It is tiring though. Oh my god, that took it out of me. I'm gonna eat my burger bowl now with some of my sauce. And make a mess too, because I love to make messes. Yuck. Ah! Let's see how it is. I've ate this like 1,000 times, so I actually know how it is. It's really good. But maybe I did something different this time. I love the pickles. Pickles and the onions are the best part. I kind of like everything about this meal. I kind of do. I think I don't like the fact that there's not any greens, but I normally would eat this with a bunch of lettuce. There's lettuce, but there's just that diarrhea lettuce thing happening, so we didn't buy any lettuce. Once I start working, I have no idea where I'm going to find the time again to meal prep. When we both are working full time, we being me and Tyler, we eat out so often, but this was like a while ago when we were doing it, and we've never been this locked in with meal prep. But I really hope it's not just because I have the time. I know that's part of it, but we ate Domino's and Wingstop a lot, and we thought because we worked out so much, like we were canceling it out. That was before I learned so much more about nutrition and working out and how they go hand in hand. I heard a trainer once say to her client, because the client drank over the weekend, like a couple Cutwaters or something, that it canceled out the workouts they did. If you ever hear a fitness person or nutrition person say anything cancels anything out and they're not joking, run the other direction. They don't know what they're talking about. That is just terrible advice, and it's common. You cancel out all your hard work when you drink or when you eat. It's just not true. Things are more complicated and nuanced than that. All you had to say was that's probably not that good of a choice. You didn't have to say it cancels out everything we did. But yeah, when we were both working a lot to be able to afford to move into this place, we ordered food all the time because we were just so tired. I totally, completely understand why people have a hard time losing weight and why they gain weight in the first place. Once you become an adult and have to work and work and work and work and work, and it's always like, oh my god, Bill, work, Bill. And at the end of working 8 hours or more, you do not want to cook. I feel like too many people on social media blame gaining weight and not being able to lose weight on laziness. Life is really fast and tiring, and fast food is so convenient. I'll always understand how it happens and why it happens. The world tires us out, wears us down. The fast food's convenient. This took all those meals that will last us like a week. That took me 4 hours to make all that and clean up after it. That's not even including going to the grocery store. Something I will say though that frees up a lot of time for me, because I like to spend at least 8 hours every day either working on job applications or working on my resume or or like creative pursuits, like working on my YouTube, which that takes so much time. Working on my YouTube, practicing my piano or guitar, like I like to stay super busy. What has helped me be able to do that and make time to do things like this, meal prep, is I have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube all deleted off my phone, so if I want to go on them, I have to go in the App Store and re-download it. I don't have TikTok at all. I left TikTok in the past a long time ago. It's way too addicting. I can't even have it on my phone. The doom scrolling is terrible. Because I know if you look at your screen time, that shit's up there. But again, I remember when my screen time was really high, and it was because I was so tired and exhausted from life that I just wanted to and not think and not feel anything, so I would doom scroll, and then I'd be like, okay, 1 hour later, 2 hours later, I have no idea anything I just watched, and now I feel worse after. Now I get Instagram back 1 or 2 times a week for like 10 minutes, and I'll delete it. And YouTube, I do still struggle with, because I just like having something on in the background. So like my screen time is probably high for YouTube, but I normally do stuff while I'm listening to it. I feel like with all the other platforms, they need the clicks, they need like that short form content that catches your attention, whether it be super positive, super negative, super jarring, you know, they want the attention. When I download Instagram back, the feed that I don't follow that pops up is insanely negative. I swear my Instagram is like all the bad things that ever happened in the world because my algorithm knows that I like cares. I was on it for like 5 minutes and I was like, okay, bye, I'm happy you're not on my phone. All it was like the most depressing news. And it's not even like world news that you need to know. Yes, it's really depressing. The world is burning. All these terrible things are happening. That's true. And you can't be too out of the loop. You can't be too ignorant about it, which I'm not. I make sure I'm informed. But it's even like little videos or examples of things that happen that aren't a reflection of how society actually is, but having to go through the app store and have to get Face ID to check in to make myself know, is this really what you want to do right now? Is this really what you're trying to do? Because people on YouTube normally produce the content themselves and it represents them, there is so much more time and care and intentionality and like creative sprinkles on everything. Like YouTube just has so much more heart to it, I feel like, than any other platform. So I don't think I'll ever get rid of her. I love her. Anyways, what I was talking about though is that like taking social media off my phone has completely been the best thing ever, ever, ever. I recommend everyone to do it at least for a month and see how you feel afterwards. YouTube is where it's at. I'll hype it up every day. You know, my dad said to me, I told him the other day, I said I'm going to start YouTube, and he was like, you want people to know what you're doing all day? They just don't get it because they're like, who cares about that? I'm like, no, like, love watching vlogs, like, inspires you, and, you know, they're just entertaining, and they make you feel like a shared experience with other people. They don't get it. They actually think I'm hilarious for doing YouTube. I really do feel like, though, besides the 40-hour work week that we have here, social media might be number 2 most soul-sucking thing that's just normal. 40-hour work week, number 1, number 2, social media. And they might flip-flop. And here's the thing, social media, that's kind of your choice. I don't want to blame it all on social media. I got some stuff in my genetics, but like I had very bad anxiety and depression, and I would like deal with it by doom scrolling. And since I stopped, the past, how many months has it been? 6 months. I can be where my, what is the saying? I am where my feet are. That is not the saying. I can be grounded in the moment. That's what I'm trying to say. I can be in the moment and be okay with it. When you're constantly seeing that other stuff too, you're judging yourself. You don't even know you're doing it, but you are. You're comparing yourself. Like this apartment, for instance, this table really frustrates me, but it's not my dream. It's not my dream, but it was my dream when I was trying to move before this to get my own apartment. It was my dream. Dorm to shared apartment to now having my own apartment with Tyler. It really was my dream, and I never want to wake up and, you know, be taking it for granted. Whereas when I was on social media, I feel like especially things like where I live, I would take very for granted because I would see how other people's lifestyles were. You know, and that's something also that I never want to doubt. Is the thing where somebody's like, it makes them feel bad about themselves. All that to say, I know a day like this is very unrealistic for the average person, but it is realistic for me because I can't find a job. I think though, if you made an hour to make one of those meals and meal prepped it, that is realistic. Or if you set aside half of a day on a weekend to devote to meals, you know, you gotta eat, so you gotta find the time somewhere. A little at-home strawberry refresher action. I was on FaceTime, so I didn't record it, but I just went and got a car wash, and now I'm going to run into Pick and Save to get that bread flour, ranch seasoning, chicken bouillon, and Tyler wanted some gum. So I gotta do that quick, and then we're going to Tyler's softball game.
3 for 3. I don't think I had any errors, which was good. So I was responsible for 2 outs, and then I pulled my hamstring. So not bad though, not bad.
Alright, I have arrived at the gym. I have back today, which is like the easiest day for me, so we're gonna get that done. It's a little bit of a late night lift, but what are you gonna do? I ran out of time today. We're getting it done though. I'm home. I'm so overly just tired. Today took a lot out of me, but it's okay. Ow. My dog just scratched my face and I have these breakouts. But whatever. I have to wash my hair too, which is also a task. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna get in the shower, do my nighttime shower routine, and then I want to stretch. I need to eat still, and just chill, just chill. Officially out of the shower. I feel better, but I'm still really tired and have stuff to do. Those spots on my forehead were pimples, but I put a patch on them, and the patch like gnawed away at my skin and left a whole entire like wound on my face, which is great. Tonight is my night to use my liquid exfoliator. I'm gonna avoid that area, but I use this on my whole entire face. At night, I don't do that many products because it makes me break out. I will only do like 1 or 2 things. I think I'm just gonna use this tonight in Aquaphor. I have to dry my hair, so I'm gonna let it air dry as long as possible before I blow dry it. Vaginal Health Probiotic and multivitamin. Multivitamin in case I'm missing anything from my diet. Probiotics because I know I'm missing them from my diet. I don't eat like anything fermented besides my sourdough bread, and I don't even eat that much of that. So these ritual vitamins are like minty. It goes down your throat into your soul. Your whole body becomes a mint leaf. I'm going to sit right here in my spot, watch my show, and eat my white chicken chili for dinner. There it is in all its glory. If you haven't eaten white chicken chili before, you should try it. It's really good, and you can make it a lot healthier than a regular recipe. Just add cottage cheese instead of heavy whipping cream. And then for dessert, I have a chocolate zucchini muffin that I made. So amazing. And a oikos protein little shot thing. Off to bed. If you made it all the way here, thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you all the love, the good vibes, the great meal prep, the good rest, the amazing workouts. I'm sending you all the good energy. Like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notifications to know when I post next. It'll be on Wednesdays and Sundays. Mwah.